What's up, YouTube? Thanks for checking back into the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Jason. We talk about Harleys, motorcycle stuff, other things like that. But if you like anything that you see, stick around and click the like button. But moving on. Today we have a really interesting video. As I've always said in my previous videos, the great thing about the Sportster is that you can't really go wrong with just about any kind of mod, especially exhausts. And all the exhausts that I've heard on the Sportster sound really good. But I think we have to talk about maybe getting into the territory of which exhaust sounds the best. So what I have for you guys today is I have videos of 7 clips that I found of 7 different exhausts on Sportsters. We're going to listen to them all, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think is the best sounding exhaust, and maybe what I think might have been the least best sounding exhaust, or the worst sounding exhaust. But there's really no worst sounding exhaust because they all sound really good, but I'm just saying, of that 7, which one sounds the worst. So without much further ado, let's get right into the clips. So I hope you guys enjoyed that lineup of the 7 exhausts. A lot of Vance and Hines. We have some Bassanis, 2 brothers. I also found Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, which is one that I've seen around here and there. I'm gonna give you guys what I thought sounded the best, and my criteria might be a little bit different than yours. It's kind of subjective. What I'm looking for is something that has a lot of volume, so to speak. Not talking about how loud it sounds, because it's really hard to tell in the video, but just how full the exhaust notes sound. I'm also looking for like boomy, bassy notes. So the one that I like the least out of this bunch has to go to the Vance and Hines Big Radius. For the Vance and Hines Big Radius, what I did like was that idle or the stutter, or that there was like a clickety clacking sound that I really liked. But to my ears, it had a little bit more of a mid-range tone to it. So like I told you before, I wanted something with a little bit of a bass note, something that sounds boomy, beefy. Yeah, you get the point. All right, so the one that I thought sounded the best, and it was really, really hard between my top 2 choices. These 2 sounded the best to me, and they were really neck and neck. And so I'll give you the runner-up, which is the Bassani Sweepers. Man, these things sounded really, really sweet. A lot of bass, a lot of volume. I really liked when the bike drove away, you can still kind of hear that flutter, or you could still hear the notes fluttering. And it just sounded great. Had a little bit of raspiness as well when he revved the engine. So overall, I think if I had to pick my exhaust today, I probably would have gone with the Bassani Sweepers. All right, so the best one to me were the Vance and Hines High Output Grenades. These things sounded just brutal, right? As soon as he started it up, you could just hear all that compression. It just sounded like the bike wanted to run away, and it had a lot of bass notes. What gave this exhaust the edge over the Bassani Sweepers is that when he was driving away, you could really still hear the potato sound as he was letting off of the exhaust a little bit. And to me, that just sounded so good. It was such a small, nuanced detail, but to me, man, it sounded great. You could really hear like the compression. It had like a tightness to it. So to me, it sounded really, really good. I thought the Vance and Hines High Output sounded the best to my ears. And, I went on Revzilla and looked at the reviews, and, all the reviews had the similar things to say about this exhaust. So if I had to do it all over again, I would probably not go with the short shots. Although the Vance and Hines short shots, you see them everywhere. To me, it didn't have as much bassiness as the Sweepers or the high outputs, but it still kind of had that classic Harley sound to it, meaning the potato, and when it was idled, it just had like a really good stuttering, kind of like moving sound. I still really like the exhaust, and plus I really like how it kind of curves with the bike, but sound particularly, the Vance and Hines output sounded the best. Although that probably wouldn't be my pick. The reason being is they just sounded really loud, and ideally, yeah, I would like the loudest sounding pipes, but when you're riding for an hour or 2 straight, you're the one sitting on the bike, you're the one listening to it constantly. That gets kind of tiresome on the ears. But the Bassani Sweepers, I thought, really had a good compromise between how loud it is and the bass notes and the potato sound. It just had a little bit of everything. So if I had to do it all over again, I'd probably go with the Bassani Sweepers. That's just me personally. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought sounded the best to your ears. What pipes do you have? Do you like them? Would you consider changing them out to something else? So drop a comment below. But that's it. Really short, sweet video. Hope you guys liked it. If this was helpful to you, leave a like, drop a comment. All right, until next time, thanks guys for tuning in, and I'll see you later. Peace.